As we all know, NBA free agency has begun a couple days ago, and I am gonna get out my reaction video to free agency. But before I wanted to do that, I wanted to highlight some of the bigger, lesser known stories, if that makes sense, that have been going on with regards to free agency. And this is one of the bigger stories with regards to Miles Bridges, as you guys see by the title. For those that don't know, the reason why this is a big deal with regards to free agency is because Miles Bridges had one of the best seasons of his career this year, and truth be told, he was set to get a big payday, maybe get the supermax from the Charlotte Hornets. He even was said to be betting on himself this year because he declined an extension last year that was only 4 years, and I believe it was somewhere around the 30 to 50 million range. And he bet on himself because he wanted to get that supermax. And this year, many would say, including me, that he played his way into deserving that supermax. Unfortunately, a couple days, even a couple hours before free agency opened up, Miles Bridges, it was announced that he was arrested for domestic violence. Miles Bridges was in position to be one of the most sought after players in this NBA free agency this year, and for good reason, because he really turned his game up to a whole nother level. Further than this just affecting Miles Bridges and the Hornets organization, this arrest puts the NBA domestic violence policy under the microscope, because so far we know what the NFL is and what they have done regarding domestic violence and violence against women in general. There's really one case in NFL history where it was kind of open and shut because we saw everything on full display, and that was with Ray Rice. But other than Ray Rice, when it comes to domestic violence or violence against women in general, so with that being said, the NBA's policy is now under a very, very intense microscope, because for the longest, many have said, and I agree with this, that the NBA is the better run organization. It's the better run association, league, whatever you want to call it. Not only with how the players are treated, but also with how the players are disciplined when it comes to their misbehavior off of the court. Thus far, there has been no word from the league or the Hornets. The only thing that's really come out is statements, and as we all know, those statements that come from both the Hornets PR and the league, it's pretty much they're made aware of the situation, they're in the process of gathering additional information, blah 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 blah. No further comment at this time. We already know how that's gonna go. Now, what happened in the Miles Bridges story, if you're not fully aware, on Tuesday night an alleged argument occurred between him and his wife, Michelle Johnson, ended up turning violent for the work. Johnson was hospitalized following this incident, and a warrant for Bridges' arrest was issued by the police. Miles Bridges turned himself in shortly after the next day, and he was formally charged with felony domestic violence. This is a charge that is brought when a victim shows signs of injury and police believe these injuries were caused by a domestic partner or cohabitant. Again, Bridges posted his $130,000 bond, and neither him nor Rich Paul, which is his agent, has made any statement regarding this arrest. Now, where it gets crazy, where it gets sickening, and just downright you feel the person, human nature within the story. On Thursday night, Michelle Johnson posted detailed photos of her injuries, as well as a copy of the hospital report that found she had suffered assault by strangulation, a concussion, a fractured nose, and various bruising. I'm not going to show you guys the photos here out of respect to her, and I don't really care about the YouTube guidelines or whatever. Out of respect to her, I'm not going to show that. And I'm not going to show the video of their child where he kept saying daddy choked mommy, and adding that Miles Bridges threw his wife's phone out the window during the argument. Now, Johnson alleges that abuse has been happening for a long time in their relationship, and saying it in the caption on her post. In the caption it read, "I hate that it has come to this, but I can't be silent anymore. I've allowed someone to destroy my home, abuse me in every way possible, and traumatize our kids for life. I have nothing to prove to the world, but I won't allow anyone who could do something so horrible to have no remorse and paint a picture of something I'm not. I won't allow the people around him to continue to silence me and continue to lie to protect this person. It's unethical, it's immoral, and it's truly sick. It hurts my heart because I've always had hope and so much love, and as scary as this is for me to do, it's time I stand up for my kids and myself. I won't be silent to protect others anymore because I value myself and my kids more than anyone's image. A fractured nose, wrist, torn eardrum, torn muscles in my neck from being choked until I went to sleep, and a severe concussion. I don't need sympathy. I just don't want this happening to anyone else. I just want this person to get help. My kids deserve better. That's all I want. It hurts. Everything hurts. This situation hurts. Most importantly, I'm scared and hurting for my kids who are witness to everything. Please respect my family's privacy and stop with the disgusting rumors and allegations. Now, I will add to this, Miles Bridges did post a video of himself playing basketball on Thursday afternoon, and no mention of these charges or anything of this situation was made. Thus far, that's all we have on that portion of it, but I did want to touch on what the NBA's domestic violence policy is, because again, with the NFL, it doesn't seem that laid out. They try to make it seem like it's such a big policy and something that they've worked on and worked hard to try to deter players from committing these kind of violent acts. But with the NFL, we've seen they don't really do much with regards to the punishment after these acts occur. So what does the NBA's look like? Now, the 2017 collective bargaining agreement between the NBA and the NBAPA, it gives tremendous amount of leniency to players in the case of an arrest. Teams are not allowed to punish players for arrest, but they can punish them based on the underlying events of the arrest, provided they're able to establish an independent basis for doing so, quote unquote. Basically what this means is basically the team can't punish a player for getting arrested, but the events that led to the arrest, they can punish him for. So say there's a video of the arrest, maybe it was a wrongful arrest, whatever it is, but if the player is acting in a manner that the NBA doesn't seem proper for their players' conduct, they can punish them for that, which would end up seeing the punishment not being as big of a punishment as it would be if they're arresting based on the arrest solely. Now, more importantly, as it pertains to Bridges, in Article 6, Section 16 of the Players Handbook, the joint NBA and NBAPA policy on domestic violence says that it would continue unaltered. This policy is exceptionally vague when it comes to actual punishment levied against players, with the only mention of actual suspension coming in the event of a player failing to cooperate with league investigators. In a practical sense, the league is mandated to select a 3-member panel, open an investigation into the charges of Bridges, and honestly, there's no timeline for this investigation. However, Adam Silver is given the power to place the player on administrative leave, barring the player from any team activities until this investigation is complete. Now, I don't know what this means exactly for Bridges, because technically he's not on a team, he doesn't have a contract, and though he bet on himself and he won that bet with regards to his on-court performance, based on what his wife has said, his off-court demons has caught up to him, and truth be told, it looks like he lost the bet, because if he took the extension before, he would be guaranteed this money, but now he's without a contract and he potentially won't be signed to another team. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. As always, if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for new hoop stories all the time, every week. And if you're not new, go ahead and hit that like button. As always, it is your boy TB with the greatest hoop stories on the tube. I apologize for no highlights this video. I kind of forgot, but it's your boy TB and I'm out. Peace. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I forgot to put these highlights on in the back, bro. That's crazy. That's all right though. We about to record this NBA free agency video. There's gonna be highlights back there. I got y'all. I should have put Miles Bridges highlights. I'm not gonna hold you. Another one bites the dust. We out.